Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Thamriyell. Welcome to Final Fantasy XIV with Elliot Rosepetal, our awesome pugilist. We actually got some pretty awesome gear as far as you can see. I haven't got to look at our character in a while, because usually I do other recordings and I come back to this character. Anyway, why am I in Vanland? Why am I older, you're probably asking? Because last episode, we were actually in the Black Shroud. We were in the East Shroud, right near the village of the Hawthorne Hut, and we were doing the main quest, We Come in Peace. Well, I started doing a lot of things off camera, mostly towards earning up seals. Right now I have very small amount of seals, but that's because I've been really working hard to grind them up and actually get ourselves, ta-da, a CHOCOBO. Yes, this is actually going to be our CHOCOBO that we're going to be able to name, and this is going to be our little guy that we'll get to ride all over the place. Now I'm so stoked for it. Quah? Alright, name your CHOCOBO. Names must be between 2 and 20 alphabetical characters. The last CHOCOBO that I had on my main character, I named him Strider. What can I name this one? Oh god, that's the difficult part. It's like coming up with a name. I don't want to just give like a silly, dumb name that I'm not gonna care for, because this is my very first mount on this character. I want the name to matter. You know, that's I don't know. At least that's what I want for this mount to happen. I want it to matter. I want it to have a meaning. So we're gonna give it a. You know what? I want to call him Feather. I know it's gonna be actually. You know what? Not Feather, not Feather. I want to call him Peach. I'm gonna call him Peach. Because I don't know. His coloration looks a little peachy. I don't know. It makes me think of the. I don't know. Maybe it's different in America, but in Russia, well, I should know. But I remember in Russia, whenever I had peaches before, when I was little, they were kind of light tannish color, not like bright red like they are in the United States. I don't know. Maybe it's just different types of peaches or different growth. Differences or the way the fruits are produced in the United States compared to Russia. But I remember the peaches in Russia were very tan, like this, like the feathers of the CHOCOBO, more on the a little bit slightly on the darker side. But in the United States, it's a nice bright red, kind of like Elliot's hair, but a little bit more orangey than just like red. Anyway, I'm gonna call this guy Peach because why not? Name your CHOCOBO Peach? Yes. All right. Guess maybe he didn't like the name or something, I don't know. Whatever, let's go ahead and find a mount guide. Where'd he go? Oh wait, no, we gotta talk to the Mimigun right here. Haha, I dare say he likes his name. Oh, well, at least he likes his name, that's good. Here's your very own CHOCOBO whistle. Simply blow into it, and your feathered friend will come bounding to your side. But do forgive him if he doesn't respond when summoning crowded city areas or monster-infested lairs. Chocobos are stout-hearted creatures, but they have their limits. And lastly, I'll present you with a CHOCOBO's rider's license as it's required by the law. And that concludes all the formalities. I wish you and your CHOCOBO long years of fulfilling companionship. Yeah, there we go. Now we got you, my little CHOCOBO. Personal CHOCOBOs. So here's what we do. We use the whistle, right? And now it teaches us how to summon a mount. And then we go over here to the, what's the mount guide? And there's our little CHOCOBO, there's Peach. Let's go ahead and place him right here. And I could summon him outside of the city, but also I gotta check on the mailbox. I got mail for subscribing to the game for a certain length of time. And I want to see what it is. I think I remember what it is. I don't know, I haven't checked mail in forever. I don't think I've even checked mail on my main character for this. Let's go and see what kind of mail we got. Maybe it's something from a player, maybe it's something from our free company, who knows. Where is our Moogle? Mail Moogle? Where you at, buddy? There you are. Right, Deliver Moogle, look what we have here. A new letter has arrived just for you, Kupo. What have we got? From Final Fantasy Dev Team. Thank you for playing Final Fantasy XIV. Enclosed is a set of... Can't speak. Enclosed is a set of black mage barding and a minion of light. May they blaze the way to a brighter future. Sweet, thank you, Final Fantasy Team. I like getting these kind of like monthly or semi-monthly or certain checkpointy mail stuff. I like that. So what we got here, we got black mage barding. Ooh, I know what we can use that for. Let's go ahead and use that to equip it. There we go. And then I'll put it on our CHOCOBO. It's just going to change the appearance of the CHOCOBO. It's going to look really cool. And we got Minion of Light. What is this thing? Let's check. Minion. Let's see. Minion. Oh, sweet. Ancient records show that almost every astral era has its own warriors of light, brave souls who appear before forthcoming disasters to unite the people of that time, only to appear once again as a catastrophe rained down from the heavens. Behavior obedient. Okay, so these guys are just going to be staying close to us. That's what it means. Let's go summon one. What do we get? And we got ourselves a little warrior. Or a monk. Something. I think it's a warrior. It's kind of cool. It's like the old school, little sprites for Final Fantasy. I think it's like from Final Fantasy 1, I think. Hey, it's doing like a little dance thing. That's kind of cool. It's pretty sweet. Awesome. And is it gonna? I wonder if it's gonna be different every single time, like we summon them. Let's see what we get this time. Nope, still a warrior. Third time's the charm, maybe? Nope, still got a warrior. I guess for today we have a warrior. But we'll summon him every now and then, and we'll see if we can get a new companion every now and then. What is the mission over here? The Way of Thamriyell? No, I'm not gonna do that just yet. Let's actually go back to Eastern Thamriyell and continue the main quest mission. I'm just gonna teleport over here. Unattuned. Oh, right. I'm unattuned to this place. Whoops. Let's go to New Gridania then. Let's go over here to New Gridania. I should have. Why did I forget to attune? I'm stupid. I'm sorry. Anyway, let's go to New Gridania, and from New Gridania we'll travel up to Old Gridania, take the little ferry over to Eastern Shroud, and attune ourselves, as well as ride our Chocobo. Now we got a Chocobo that we can ride at any moment out of combat, and as long as we are not in a main city or capital city, and yeah, just like that. Whoa, that looks so cool. I like that, like the armor and stuff. Look at that. Let's go take a nice look around the armor. That looks really cool. Not even kidding you. And I believe that's a Dark Knight, yeah, because of the Greatsword. I've been leveling myself a Dark Knight on my main character, and it is a really fun tanking profession. I've been messing around and trying to figure out which tank I want to level, because I want to level a new class, but I don't want it to be just another DPS. So I'm thinking maybe go for Dark Knight, simply because it just looks like a really cool looking class. I mean, obviously it's not going to be as fleshed out as a Warrior or Paladin has, because they had, you know, years of being fleshed out by the development team, and Dark Knight is kind of new, so obviously it's going to be, you know, patched, fixed, and stuff like that over a long period of time until they can get it perfectly right and kind of balanced, I guess. But Dark Knight just looks so freaking cool. They have this giant greatsword they can fight with, and I think that it just looks really, really epic. And their abilities are pretty fun as well. Like, to me, right now, when I'm just like when I was leveling some of the other classes, I was just leveling a Marauder and a Gladiator, the before stages of Paladin and Warrior. Is it Sweet Blossom Pier that we're going to? Let's check. Let me go back to East Shroud. It is, yeah, Sweet Blossom. Okay, Sweet Blossom Pier. Oh, nope, wrong place. Nope, going to Sweet Blossom, not Lavender Beds. Let's not go to Lavender Beds. We don't need to go there. Anyway, as I was saying, the Dark Knights, they just have this just cool posture about them, and I don't know, just the meaning like Dark Knight, it sounds really cool. I mean, yeah, sure, it's like, oh, it's just, you know, Dark Knight. Obviously, it's gonna sound cool and all, but don't get on me about that. And now we got a Chocobo. Look at that. We got a little buddy. We got Peach. We're riding Peach right now. And when we ride around, the Choco music plays. The Chocobo music plays. I'm not sure if I said Choco or Chocobo. Saying things too fast before thinking. This happens. Don't worry about it. I love that. It's just, since music outside of cities doesn't really play, like if I were to dismount, I probably would not hear a lot of music. Oh no, I would hear music here. Well, at least like in other places I don't hear music like at all. So it's kind of nice to be able to ride around in Chocobo and hear this nice fun little Chocobo music playing, you know? To me, I think it's like, it just sounds so cool. It's like I don't know, to me it just, I'm not a person that, you know, is filled with nostalgia with this game. I'm actually very late to this series. So Russia, when I was growing up, Russia was not exposed to Final Fantasy titles for a really long time, and I think they only started getting big only after I moved to United States. But before that, never was a big thing in Russia. Final Fantasy titles was just not a big thing, just like Zelda and Link wasn't and Mario wasn't. I don't know. My Russian childhood is different from people that, you know, grew up with that kind of entertainment media. Russia just didn't have that. I don't know. Maybe it was just my specific region, but I don't remember ever seeing that. The only thing I remember seeing is Crash Bandicoot and Spyro. That's all I got for nostalgia that I can share with other people. Other than that, there's nothing. Just absolutely nothing. Maybe Lego games, but that's about it. Alright, so let's go over to the companion guide. This is eventually we will get. Oh, we can actually probably summon our Chocobo right now. We just need some Giso Greens and he'll be able to assist us. Well, let's go over to appearance. Remember, we got the barding, right? We got the Black Mage barding. Let's go and equip that. And now let's look how Peach looks like with the Black Mage barding on. Now, Black Mage barding is. Barding and, you know, appearances for Chocobos is not a necessary thing, but it's something fun to do, and you can, like, work up towards certain achievements to do certain quests, or get certain missions done in order to earn special barding and special customizable gear, I guess, for your Chocobo. And it's just one of those fun things to do. Like Black Mage barding is something you get for playing Final Fantasy XIV for a certain amounts of months, and there it is. It kind of makes him look like a Black Mage. He got his little vase of potions, he got this black magic book, he got more vase of potion, he got like a fancy little outfit. It doesn't fit together, but it looks kind of cool. I like it. Actually, you know what? Instead, I kind of feel like going back to the original barding that he has, because it looks really cool. It represents the Ul'dah flags on his side, which is pretty awesome. I mean, look at that. It like covers the wings and has the scales, has the fire, and has the jewel, which is like the heart of the people and the prosperity, which is really cool. And then you can eventually later change the mask, you can change the feet armor and stuff like that, and you can build this Chocobo, this companion that you ride, as a side companion that will actually follow you physically on the ground and fight enemies. All you need, like I said before, is some, let me see what it is, some Giso Greens. Giso Greens is pretty much cabbage that Chocobos like. You can buy them at a vendor for like 10 gold or something, I don't know, 10 gil. I don't know how much it is, it's just very cheap. And just use that to summon your Chocobo, and then you can use the skills option to level up him as a tank, as a healer, as an attacker, and yeah, you kind of just rank up your Chocobo, which is kind of cool. And later on down the line, if you feed them certain foods, they will actually change pigment, and you can turn this Chocobo into whatever color Chocobo that you have. I haven't got to experiment with it just yet, but I saw people ride around with like extravagant black Chocobos, or pink, or blue, or white Chocobos, and very colorful looking Chocobos. And apparently, the way you change the color is by giving them certain foods with certain pigment. Like if you give them a lot of carrots, apparently, or I think carrots, they change slowly towards the orange color. If you give them a lot of white fruit or something, they change to white color. If you give them some kind of black fruit, they'll change eventually to a very darker color, and it slowly changes little by little. So it's not like it's instant. It's like one of those overtime things that you gotta work for. So I feel like it's pretty rewarding. It's something to definitely get you to do something like in between while you're leveling or doing certain professions or certain raids and stuff, which is pretty fun. You get to work in Chocobo, which is, I think it's kind of cool. Anyway, let's go ahead and begin the main quest by talking to Ameline. Indeed, I'm Ameline of the Twin Adder. Your face is unfamiliar to... You have a present for me, you say? Yeah, we... Oh, yeah, we do. We had some honey, yeah. That we picked up from fighting a bunch of bees in that direction. There we go. A jar of roses honey and freshly harvested to boot. You certainly know how to make a first impression, friend. Well, thank you for that. Ah, so you are the adventurer of whom the commander spoke. Do forgive me for being curt. My stomach was rumbling something fierce. My word, this honey, like liquid gold. I guess the man really likes his honey. Forgive me. You've come to discuss not honey, but sylphs. Further, congratulations for leveling there. Marauder person guy, yeah, congratulations. For all their whimsy, they worry a lot, particularly since the Empire has come to the Shroud. He earned their trust, however, and they are friendly as any folk. They have their quirks, but so do we all, no? Would you know more? You do well to speak to Rosa's husband here, Rolfie. He's forgotten more about the sylphs than I will ever know. Alright then. I guess he's gonna be... And we level up. Lovely. And we got level 25, so that means we can go back to the class trainer and do the class mission once we have a chance to stop by Ul'dah, which is going to be awesome because it will slowly work us towards becoming level 30, and at level 30 we can do the monk quest and turn into a monk, which I'm totally looking forward to. Rolfie Hawthorne, let's see what you got for us, buddy. Come to learn a thing or two about the Sylphs, have you? I'll tell you one thing. They're peculiar folk. How peculiar, you ask? Well, let me just tell you. They're beg pardon, friend. My memory is not what it used to be. I've seen much and more in adventuring days, and it's all a clutter in the noggin now. Though I've shared my stories with those around the hut before, you'll have more luck with them. Oh, so he, I guess, doesn't remember, so we have to ask other people what he told them. Wonderful. What a reliable source. The Sylphs? Yes, Father's told me his stories plenty of times. What I've always found most captivating is how their concept of etiquette is almost completely alien to our own. You do best not to underestimate them on account of their childlike looks, lest your face ends up a mess of glyph, squiggles, and chocobo scratches. Teehee. Okay then. Doesn't really make me feel comfortable, but okay. I don't really know what that means. Squiggles and chocobo scratches. Alright then. Now that I'm rereading all these quest text after a real long time ago, it's like, it's actually kind of cool to be able to like re-experience this kind of, I guess, progression all over again and learning more about the story like in detail through this Let's Play. The quickest way to a I thought the facecam was just like delayed. One sec, sorry. The quickest way to a quiet woman's heart might be through her stomach, but don't ever think of trying to foist your foodstuff on herself. They sustain themselves simply by bathing in the sun, or so Rolfie once told me. Oh, so they're like plants, pretty much like plants use photosynthesis in order to get their energy. Alright then, let's talk to Mane over here. The Sylphs, inveterate tricksters and troublemakers, that's what they are. One day they're drawn marble faces on our masts, and next they're sending our young sentinels falling to the bottom of a ravine. Jesus. Tell them to stop and they will just laugh at you. Rolfie claims to harbor no ill will, but I dare say such pranks are no laughing matter. Yeah, dropping people off ravines, I probably would not be happy about that either. So I can see the concern here. I can definitely see the concern. Is there anything gear-wise that we should change that could benefit us? Oh, but now that we already level 25, Friendship Circlet is not going to be helping us because it works up to level 25. So we should probably equip something that has more armor right now. Let's see, 12, 14, 12, 11. Let's do this 14, the eye patch. But let's hide the eye patch because I don't feel like having Elliot run around with just one eye shut. I feel like that would be actually a disadvantage. What have we got to be here with gear? Nothing too worth of value at this very moment. We got this, but that's for Gladiator, Marauder, Paladin, Warrior, and Dark Knight, so we can't even use that. Let's check all this stuff. I just get every now and then I just get gear, so it just takes me a while to just kind of go through it all, make sure that I'm wearing proper attire for this questing experience. Level 18, okay, I'll leave it at that. This is pretty good. I think our rings are good. Yep, our rings are solid. Sweet then. Let's go back inside and talk to Rolfie. Or Rolf. Oh, of course. Hearing your stories. Well, my stories has brought the memories flooding back to me. I feel like dancing. Yes, nothing brings people together quite like a little toe tapping. Okay. As Sylph told me long ago, that dancing is a time-honored greeting among their kind. You do well to remember this. It may help win the favor of our forest friends. Right, so in order to communicate with them, we gotta dance. Just gotta dance. Alright, next quest. Oh, still here, eh? Great. There's one more thing you should know about the Sylphs. They don't take kindly to guests who show up empty-handed. To earn their trust, you'll do well to bring along Drat. What was that again? And Rosa and I were just speaking on the matter not days ago. Forgive me, friend. Speak to Rosa at the comb. At the comb? Comb? Yeah. Her memory should prove more reliable than my own. This guy has some really bad memory problems. But you know what? Whatever. We're gonna go to the comb, to the honeycomb, on a chocobo. I love the music every single time. Just, it's so happy, it's cheerful, and I love it. Just it just puts at least puts me into the mood of adventuring. Even though there's like a bunch of trees and rain, it's kind of gloomy. It's just the music changes everything and just makes it feel awesome, and I like that. Let's go over here, over to Rosa, and see what she knows about bringing over to the Sylphs. Apparently we gotta bring something to them, something that's gonna be important.